So hopefully this makes it so that the food doesn't look shaded in any part anymore. I wanted to try Dave's Hot Chicken's bites for the first time. So we're gonna try that. And I also have some sauce. The Dave's Hot Chicken sauce. I don't know if it actually has a name, but they gave me like 10 or 12 of these. Actually, I think they gave me one. Yes, they did. Awesome. So how have you guys been? How have you guys been? One second. Just had to get some napkins. These are hot. And yes, it does live up to the name. They are hot. So you guys want a story time about how I befriend dogs and cats and other people's pets and stuff like that? And it's funny. Sorry, growly voice right there. And it's funny because I didn't grow up with pets. I grew up with parents who did not like cats or dogs. But my dad claims that he would prefer a dog, but my mom just doesn't like pets at all, so maybe he had to compromise. But then again, why would he lie? It sounds crazy to me. But we did have pets. And my mom settled on pets that never leave their cage. So I had a pet fish. My pet fish was named Kenny. And it was like a red betta fish. And the funny thing about it was that I won Kenny at a carnival, and I had my camp instructor, a sweet girl at the time. I think she may have been like maybe 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You know, when you're a kid and you see a young adult, you can't tell their age just by looking at them. But I remember specifically, I had ran out of money because it was a carnival game. And she came and used like the last of her money. But I think even she was starting to fail. And I was like so freaking bummed. I was so sad. said, okay, that was kind of dumb, and then walked away. But my mom made preparations. She got a tank. She got food. All that stuff. I don't know if it's me, but this third light is really helping with focusing now. You see, like, I don't know. Shout out to that third light, am I right? I'm gonna do something I never do. Pickle. And a bite. There we go. A bit, but okay. And I don't like pickles. Maybe it's to cut the grease. I'm not sure. These are hot. I have a sauce off screen. I admit it has been a while since I had spicy food. Give me a sec. Just some tea from earlier. Why do places that sell spicy food always have the worst napkins? Funny thing is that I got these because I thought that they wouldn't, be that spicy. It sounds dumb, but considering that these are small, bite-sized pizzas, I thought they wouldn't be that bad. But no, they're still pretty spicy. Give me a second. Okay. Alright. Another dunk. So my first pet was a fish. I think it lived for about 2 years. And then we flushed it down the toilet. It was actually like a very intimate funeral session. Looking back on it, it happened right before I went to school. I was devastated. But, ooh, that went down wrong. Sorry about that. I wiped my eye for some reason. Ooh. Where was I? 1 sec. Yeah, so when I eventually encountered like mammal pets like dogs and cats, it took time. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I didn't think it was gonna be that bad, but those were hot, and thankfully these are just medium and mild. So let's just get to that. ties to my sibling, if you guys were wondering. But yeah, it started with my neighbor. He had a dog, and his dog was always so hyperactive. And it was a Rottweiler, so I was always afraid around it. But even though I would run away and try to be away from him, his family's like, oh no, he loves you, you know. But why does he have to act like that every time I come in, right? My first big break came with my friend's cat. Yeah, my friend's cat was a kitten, and he had her around, and he was like, hey, do you guys want to hold my cat? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And you know, she was so small and delicate, I didn't want to do anything to her. But eventually, when she got older, she was adorable. She would come up to me and headbutt me. She would come up to me and, you know, like rub her legs around me, and she would jump up and sit by me. And then I have another friend, so this is the third friend. She has a pet German Shepherd, and every time I would come over, she would just bark at me. Every single time. You know, then again, she's a German Shepherd who's never seen me before. I think that's normal. But there is one barbecue in particular. I went over to her house and she was barking. I went outside and she did nothing. She was all talk and no action. Okay. The Tendar. There are people who can eat the extra hot version and not even break a sweat. How? But anyway, she would swing over and stand looking at me. And how I took it is, oh, she wants me to do something, right? So I just started like giving her rubs, especially around her neck. And you know, I would do that for some time and then she would walk away. But then she would come back, and then when I did it again, her tail would start wagging back and forth, and I was like, oh, okay, she likes me, great. gravitate towards me. Actually, it's kind of messed up. I'm only using one last bite of this. I actually can't finish this. I am super stuffed right now. Like if I'm at a barbecue or something, cats and dogs will flock to me because I'm usually by myself because I'm an introvert. And if my social battery is low, I just kind of sit on my phone just chilling until my friends say, oh, it's time to go. But the cats and dogs usually keep me company, which is good. But yeah guys, so that's gonna do it. For me, it's a really long video, but after I edit out all the coughs and sneezes and me saying, oh god, I need water and stuff like that, it should be a fairly decently long video. You know, mid-length. But I'm gonna see you guys, okay?